Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our first Tuesday morning BGA Coffee Talk of 2024. For those of you who are unaware, these will be weekly sessions where we'll be providing industry insights to agents. We will share product updates, market trends, policy changes, and marketing that will help agents find sales and grow their business. Week to week, we will have different guests on from carriers, experts in the industry, and brokerage directors here at BGA to talk about their area of expertise in the insurance industry. We'll be posting these on YouTube every Tuesday before noon, and for our listeners, it will be available on podcast. My name is Trent Zimmermann. I'll be your host from week to week, and this week we are joined by the president of BGA, Barry Zimmermann, to talk about what he saw happening in the insurance market in 2023 and what his insights are for the 2024 insurance market. Now, before we get going here, last week we talked about Corbridge's campaign in a box. They've set up weekly emails, social media posts, and even direct mail pieces for you to send out to your network, as well as conversation starters and informational white pages. We're huge fans of Corbridge's program, and we're going all in. So far, their site has 3 different campaigns you can run. We're going to be starting off with the life insurance basics, and we'll be adding on to their campaigns that they already have existing so that you have campaigns to run every single month. So to get you prepared for this week, let's go over what Corbridge has set up for Life Insurance 101. We will provide links to this Retire Stronger microsite for Corbridge, but you will go into client prospecting here, go into campaign in a box, and you can see the pre-built campaigns here. When you go there, you'll see the life insurance basics, and that's what we'll be working from. When you click this, it will take you to a spreadsheet that has laid out for you what you're to do each week and a breakdown for 4 weeks out of the month. When you click on week 1, you will be given a email that you can edit on Microsoft Word, add your own branding, put it to your own voice, and send it out to your book of business. After that, we have direct mail pieces that you can use and send out. And you can even download from this link here a picture to post to your Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and add your own contacts here. Now, as a reminder, this is a great opportunity to be using our Vive client portal. This is a site where clients can enter their own information, quote themselves out, learn more about the companies, and move to submit all without any agent interaction. As a reminder, you still have to be the one to submit the business, so you have complete control over the case to contact the client and edit anything you see fit. It's also a great prospecting tool because anytime somebody enters even just the first page, you will have that information in your Vive portal, so you can give them a call and close that sale yourself. As well as if you're using anything like MailChimp, you'll be able to see who has read your email and put them on the top of your follow-up list. Now, if you email us, we also can provide you with this activity scorecard we've created. We've seen this add hundreds of thousands of dollars to people's business of just having consistent business. So set your minimums for how many hours you have of go live time, face-to-face, how many dials you're going to make each week, and use this marketing campaign to leverage this and make those contacts even easier. We're happy to provide this with you so you can keep track of your week-to-week progress and add to your pipeline to build your business. So now back to the matter at hand. Barry, Dad, you've been in this industry for as long as I've been alive and as long as I've known you, so that's over 3 decades. You're on several advisory committees close with carriers. Can you talk to us about what you've been hearing over the last year and what some are the trends you were seeing in 2023?
All right. Yeah, I remember when I first met you there, Trent. But yeah, so last year, term products remained strong. Annuities remained very strong. Interest rate is the driving force in the annuity marketplace, as everybody knows. That should continue as interest rates do come down, but we had 30 plus years of a low interest rate market. So the products that are out there today are better products when you're still going to have better rates than you had, 10 years ago. And the riders and the multipliers are great. So the products have improved. So you're going to see a lot of probably more annuity sales in 2024 continue as they did last year. The other part that we saw or we're hearing around the country is you're seeing wealthy individuals go back and start working with their attorneys about their future estate plans. There's the sunset. We can discuss that on this call coming about 2 years away. So people are starting to think about it. What are they going to do with their estate? How can they capture the value of that and put it into a vehicle, a trust, so that they're not going to pay an estate tax in the future? The outcome of that is when we find out what that will be as far as where the estate tax will start. Then you'll know how much you have in exposure to that number. And that's where the survivorship products and individual, permanent products will start coming back in play. So we'll see plenty of that in the latter part this year, in the latter part of this year into next.
So survivorships haven't really been popular products. Do we still have a good portfolio of companies willing to do that?
We do. There's not that many that you're referring to. A lot of companies drop them, but as I'm meeting with or carriers walking here, as you well know, they're all starting to dust off their old products and get them back on the marketplace sometime this year or next year. They get back into that market. So yeah, you're going to see a lot more products coming than we have right now.
And annuities still looking strong. Are there still a lot of annuities on the books underneath the interest rates that will be coming out this year?
Yes, yes. And annuity marketplace is doing exceptionally well, and it will continue this year.
Now, on the consumer side, I think we've all seen a lot bigger push of direct-to-consumer marketing with companies like Bestow and Ethos. What are you seeing in that market?
Well, Bestow is gone. Haven Life, which is a product that was also out there, is apparently being shut down. Ethos is kind of modifying their marketplace and not going direct to consumer as much. So there will always be a platform to get that. But those three companies were the big three in that space, and they've all obviously a lot of changes happened there. For any person listening to this podcast, we have a product that Trent, you're a big supporter of, that we hear like very much, and that's called Vive, and it's a platform for all the top carriers, the 8 or 10 carriers that have no blood, no urine, instant products that will take like 5 to 7 days to get you a policy. It's a great turnkey system, and it's a great consumer-driven system where you can see the different products, what makes one better than the other. And so I think we'll see a lot of that. Symetra individually is a carrier that's active in that market with a great product, as is Banner. Banner's always been in that, and they just modified how they're going to go no blood, no urine. So their product for the Banner product is actually legal in general, but Banner, yes.
Yeah, and I know we're going to be adding a lot more to Vive as we get going through this year. So how about 2024? On these committees that you're on, what are you hearing most talked about?
Well, I think it's everyone's hearing. It's the long-term care potential tax that's coming to California and 14 other states. If you're not aware, Washington did this a few years ago. We could fill you in all that information on how it happened and why. And because of its impact to the Medicare system and almost bankrupt in Washington, 15 other states are now have task force to address it so that it doesn't happen to them. We're sitting here in California. California's is the lead state doing it. 40 million people. There's a lot of bandwidth in here to take care of. The other 14 states, including New York, are now have their own task force, but waiting back to see what California is going to do. And if it moves forward the way it's looking, they will probably take whatever California's and modify it. California's spending a lot of money with the task force to do it. So why would a smaller state do it when we are putting a lot of effort into it? It'll be for anyone between the ages of 18 and 65, it seems. There'll be a lot more to it. Maybe you don't have to put as much in at a younger age, and the older ages, maybe by the age of 40, contribute more. I don't know what the percentage of payroll it will be, where there's a lot of range in that. And the other question that comes up all the time, which I'm sure you're going to ask me because this is what you and I discuss, is will a company have to sponsor that program like they did in a 401k? I would guess yes. Does that mean that the company has to put some money toward it, like a 401k, matching something? I don't know that answer. But would they have to at least offer it so that the consumer knows that where they can get it and not be taxed? And then the question is, up to how many people? Well, 401k is 3 or more in a company. Will that be the same for long-term care? I don't know, but I would assume that if it goes forward and the legislator in California say, we're going to enact this law, that an employer with X amount of people, 20, maybe 10, is going to have to offer it.
Now, if I have a critical illness rider, will that work for this law?
It'll work perfectly for you if you have a critical illness. I'm a big fan of that product. But carriers are coming out with the ability to have both critical illness and long-term care. Now, this tax that we're talking about is driven by long-term care. Critical illness will not qualify the way it looks right now. We'll see what comes out, but critical illness isn't a 7702B qualified product, and it's going to have to be one of those products. It's the way they're looking at it in these 15 states in order to get out of this. You then opt out of the tax. If you have a 7702B product, you can opt out and not get taxed. That's the outcome of this whole thing. So does that mean a standalone product or a rider on top of a permanent insurance? That's what these task force are trying to figure out.
Now, you're talking about companies maybe having to offer this. Are there products out there that you can get for a company, get coverage for a large amount of people, and add this rider on?
Absolutely. There's a couple products in particular that have a group sale. Let's say down to 10 people or more, and have a life insurance product with a long-term care rider on it, and therefore your key employees, there's white collar versions of it, blue collar versions of it. But your employees can all have this product in a group sale for a corporation.
Right. Now, switching gears a little bit, for national business, we saw a big slowdown in the China market there with COVID. Are you seeing that business start to return?
Yes, nothing to the level it was before. It was an explosive market pre-COVID. And then once the travel stopped, they couldn't come here to the United States and be here for 2 weeks in order to qualify. Then there's other parameters in this, getting money into the country, which is always an issue. How they're working. If I'm a foreign national person from China coming to the United States, can I get the money in here? That's up to them to figure out how to do. But there's some difficulties for them to continue to do it. But they're finding ways. Yes, it's still out there. And we're seeing more of it.
Now, BGA specifically, we saw this last year, big overhaul of the site, adding a lot more software. Is there anything else we should be expecting there?
Not that I could see at this point. There's a couple products that we talked about Vive moments ago. We've always had X-ray on it there, and now we also have a product called Quote Shop. And Quote Shop is a product that I think everyone here has fallen more and more in love with. It used to be in our conversations, I got a guy and here's the underwriting concerns, and then take it out to the carriers and wait a couple of weeks, or turn in an informal application and shop it out there. Quote Shop will take it directly to the underwriters. The more information someone can give us, the better the return is. And within 24 hours, we'll have a pretty good snapshot of how he or she will be looked at by the carriers. So then you can then model the right product and the right rating class, whatever it is, in order to get him or her with the right carrier. So Quote Shop is an exceptional product that it's available today that I know you and all of us are using.
Yeah. Anything else that we should be paying attention to that we missed here in this conversation?
No. So, as we've said, term remains strong. There's a lot of annuities out there. Start talking to people about the long-term care tax that's coming. Also, the other conversation is also about the sunset of the estate taxes. And then if you have any leaders of any organizations, companies, if they want to get on board with their clients with the long-term care in a group sale, there's some fantastic products out there.
Yeah. Seems like a great opportunity for benefits agents as well. So to close, if you need anything from us in terms of annuities, information on long-term care tax, reach out to us, schedule time. We're happy to talk to you about it and get you set up with the person that you need to talk to. We would like to be doing these more live, so please follow, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube and the podcast platforms. That will give us more of an ability to answer live questions from you agents as well. Look out for this next week on Tuesday and follow along with the marketing campaigns. It's really a turnkey system, make it easy for you to start bringing in more business here in 2024. And with that, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Trent.